Today on Capechi's Corner, we're going to look at hyperbolas, and this is our second day. Now, on our first day, we worked on graphing hyperbolas and naming different parts of the hyperbola. Now we're given a graph, we're going to write the equation. So let's first pull out what we know. Now, we know our vertices are right there, right? So we know that they are -4, 0, and 4, 0. Okay, our foci, they're right there. So that gives me 5, 0, and -5, 0. Now, our center, remember, is going to be equal distance from the vertex. So if I count 4 in each way, my center in this one is actually going to be 0, 0. So that makes things nice and easy for us this first time through. Now, our A value is the distance from the vertex to the center. So our A value in this case is 4. And right, because we go from 0 to 4 and 0 to -4, so that's 4. Now, our C value is our distance from our focus to the center, right? Each side. So again, that's going from 5 to the center, which is 0. So in this case, our C value is going to be 5. Now, the last piece of information we need to pull out before we can actually write our equation is we need to find out what B is. So to do that, we need to use this equation right here. C squared is 25 is equal to A squared is 16 plus B squared. So in that case, B squared is equal to 9. So we're going to need that when we write our equation. Now, this is horizontal, so we know that our x is going to go first. Our center is 0, so that makes it nice and easy. So I like to do the numerators first. X squared minus y squared, right? We know hyperbola is going to be minus, and we know it's going to be equal to 1. Now, underneath our first fraction, it's always going to be a squared, right? This piece is going to be a squared, and this piece right here is going to be b squared. So a squared is going to be 16, right? Because we said a is equal to 4. And b squared we already found as 9. So our final equation is going to be x squared over 16 minus y squared over 9 is equal to 1. All right, let's look at our second equation. Not quite as easy this time. Okay, so let's pull out what we know. We do know by the graph that we know that our vertices are -2, -6, and 8, -6. We also know that our foci there is -3, -6, and we also know the other one is 9, -6. Okay, so to find the center, we know the center is going to be in between the vertices. So one thing I do know already is that I know it's going to be on this line right here, right? Because it's always in the same line there with our foci and our vertices. So we know my x value is going to be -6. So now I need to find my, I'm sorry, we know my y value is -6. So I need to find my x value. Now, that is going to be equally distant from the vertex, right? So from my vertices. So I know I'm going to use the midpoint theorem. So I'm going to use -2, right? I'm going to go up here. I have -2 here. Remember, I'm finding my x value. -2 plus 8 divided by 2 gives me 6 divided by 2, which gives me 3. So I'm going to substitute my 3 right in there because so that's my center. Okay, now remember, our A value is the distance from the vertex to the center. So from the vertex here, -2 to 3 is 5. So that makes my A value is going to be equal to 5. And our C value is the distance from the focus to the center. So if I look at my foci from -3 to 3 gives me 6. So C is equal to 6. Okay, so similar to the last problem, we need to use our equation to figure out what the value for B is. And I have B squared is equal to 11. So now I have all the information I need to write my equation. Okay, so now my center is not at 0. So again, it's horizontal, so I know my x needs to go first. So I have x minus 3 quantity squared minus y plus 6 quantity squared. That equals 1. My A value is 5, so I'm going to square that. That gives me 25. And I already found out that my B squared value is 11. So there's my final equation right there. Okay, thanks so much for stopping by today. You have a great day.